Kwame Mike first.
Michael Sarkodie.
What to say?
Oh, Bako. But you
No,
Sarkodie, if
no.
your real name and I say, what you find?
But if I, it'll be some funny story. My puppy get like 2 or 3 friends with them will be Sarkodie. We I don't know whether it be coincidental, but most of the Sarkodies we I see the time I be kidding them or they be rich. So as a child, mentally I feel say the Sarkodie gets some effect, make it give you wealth. That's why I pick up.
Eh,
Yeah, man.
the wealth. So all of them, they get money. All the
Yeah.
Sarkodie now, you know.
Now recently I see some Sarkodie will no get blog. If you make a change my mind. But the time I be kidding, like some 3 Sarkodies, them more like super loaded. So
Oh, for real? Okay, so
yeah, man.
so you manifest the riches using the name,
Exactly.
man.
Exactly.
Yo, by the way, Charlie, welcome back. You tried.
Charlie, after all,
How was that experience, Charlie?
listen,
That be how many months?
I was close to 6, or that or 6. Charlie, that'd be the
Wow.
toughest time in my life. You guys try it. You want to stay uptown, for that long. Because even when I go tour, right, I won't return back, and then being there, not being able to move, and I have no hope when I go come back. Trust me, that was. And nobody, okay, myself, I never prepared for this one because I've been a type
Yeah.
of person where I really did love home. So, this was a test. But at least I come back. As I did here, to know if you go house, they say 2 weeks. They won't check if I get them.
And we
So
for
I
check you
wait.
well because in
But
fact,
you, now
in
you
fact,
say, I tell you, say, I know they see you well. It again, who ye? But now you get the thing where you won't take high, they do your body like.
No, me, my immune system is good. So if I get that, I can't go.
No, but I say this thing. I say most of us, I think, from Africa, we probably maybe get it till like 6 times where you go, because when a system, you know, go if you stay inside, sure.
Yeah.
Because as I start talk about it, then I start feel some, you see, mentally, and it was overnight because I went to Spain to shoot the Anaju video with Kim Promise.
Yeah.
And right around the same time, and then they just announced that thing became like serious. So I was like, by the time I did Spain way, the thing did my head in, so I didn't really feel anything. Like I didn't care. I was through the airport, went to sit on a flight, came to London, then came to America. But then as soon as the thing became like very huge on the news, now it started to play with your mind, So we are not the right people to talk about whether it's real or not. But at this point, we just protect ourselves. But mentally, I knew as soon as we hear Mr. Mess with we for the news, especially if you watch the news, it go mess you up. When you listen to the symptoms,
Yeah.
you start even feel like you have them already.
No, definitely. You look, I guess some parties some of the symptoms that they get in January before the thing we start talking about, man. They suspect they get them for Ghana before the thing.
Yeah, man. Because maybe as I thought the same thing in January, Rapaholic, it was like, yeah, I kind of like felt the same way,
Mm-hmm.
and the symptoms that they talk about, you could have them any day.
Yeah.
You get me? It'd be something. If you want to think about time, it could mess with you. But all the same, if we just strap, stay safe, make sure we will just follow the precautions, and then hopefully, if everything comes back to normal, which I'm looking forward to,
Yeah.
we will have a great time.
That one they go chest small, so it will be a life of living with COVID, my brother.
You sure? Why you get some information?
No. I mean, if you are looking at the numbers, right, in terms of worldwide, everybody they try to flatten the curve, but the truth of it is very few. Even New Zealand, where they completely took it out, some British, what do you call it? People take go again. Like it's right now the way the thing do, it's like yeah. Anyway,
Yeah,
but
but
anyway,
hopefully, let's see.
Let's see. So Charlie, listen, big up on the new release.
Trust me,
You try.
it's long overdue. That record, it was like God knew why we held on to the music for a minute, because it's just the right timing. We were in the right frame of mind towards these these times that we're in, and I just felt it was the right time for us to give it to them. And
Yeah.
I
Because
like the fact that they're receiving it the same way that we wanted to present it.
exactly.
Yeah.
I tell my buddy, I told a friend once that, sometimes these are not songs, they are prophecies.
Yes.
We are learning from history, but in a funny way, when we are talking about history and the present, sometimes they reflect the future just as much, if not even more.
True. True.
It is much more powerful now than when it was recorded.
True.
So it is soon to me, Juma. I mean, we're
Yeah, it's
definitely working
serious.
in a realm where if you don't tap into that and you're always concerned about, Charlie, what happened today in T, this is what I'm talking about, etc., then you're always going to be behind what the Spirit is leading you to do.
True.
I know, see, right now, I start talking, they say manifest, we know deep, but
No, but it's true though. It's true. There's a lot. I think as musicians, when I'm talking about real musicians, if you're a real musician who just don't record because you want to record music, you record because there's a feeling that you have. If you follow that gut, every musician go feel relate. Something they speak to, we're not going to take it to the Illuminati or whatever. But we are vessels that I think God uses where they come through to the people. So sometimes we go feel use when our strength do music. Certain records, I know say we feel use when our mind say we want to, but there are certain songs that it just they come. I don't know if you relate. There are certain verses where from bar to bar. I don't know if you write verse with yourself, you get goosebumps on your body. You're like, they say you now the talk the same, but wow, like the way you flow, like everything that some stuff that you never even thought about is just coming. I think it's way bigger than you. And then you're just a vessel that you're lucky that you're used, as a tool. So I think this record is one of them. And as soon as I do the verse, I think about them. And I don't know if it happens to you. Sometimes you do a song, you get to a point, you hit. There are songs that you can figure it out from A to Z. If you know, say verse go come here, chorus this. But this song, as soon as I catch that point, I'm like, nah, I think I'm done. And something has to happen. First thought be you. That be when I hit you up, I say, Charlie, make it so calm. Channel where you send me the verse back. I say, I quit. In some go, no matter what you go, mama.
Make I tell you something, because I don't even share this to you at the time because I actually had a loss in my family, a very close loss.
Oh wow!
So that's why immediately I had it, I dug it. That's why I had to take a little. I think so. I had a funeral, so I think I recorded the day after the funeral, and so I think in a weird way, sometimes through grief and other things, you learn to empty yourself some way, so then you focus on what you are doing. Because when we are there, Charlie, we just did. You do the music, it becomes routine. Like that on any given day, you can write a verse that is at least an 8. But to get to your 9.5, 10, you have to prepare yourself in some way. That it's not every time the normal thing they do. That's what people don't realize. After you've done this thing for a while,
it'd be very hard. It'd be very hard for people to get what you're saying. But I understand perfectly. Even people that have problem with them sending me a song and then they feel like I don't want to do a verse. I've been doing this over and over again. I don't know which style I haven't tried that, like every instrumental type, every tempo I think I've tried. So when you send it to me and so immediate I didn't ever count, so now it will take you, even if it's not going to be a different flow, like at least it's going to take you somewhere. At this point in my career, and I've moved past just writing by heart. It was good when you're coming up. You're just trying to build, like in same be about outro, and you do it over and over again, and it gets to a point that you have to be inspired. Like you need that extra push, as you said, to get to a 10. So this is the type of records that I think at this point, it puts me in a different state of mind that makes it easy for me to write. If I'm going to do anything else that I've been doing, I could just force myself to do it. And especially because the fans want to listen to them, we could just do for them. But if left for us, you go fit there. That be now where they understand someone like Daddy Lumba, go be I'm actually they go be quiet for like 2-3 years, and we young guys go to ask for ourselves how possible, how go fit there 3 years we need to record. What they no do? We sound way Lumba no try. So now if he wants to record it, it has to come from the heart. Something has to happen, and I think we're heading towards there. We are not old as they are, but there are certain stages. There are certain stages that we are getting to.
Charlie, we get kiddies, we'll be old.
But that plays a part,
Yeah, you know the funny thing. Imagine a kid. I did talk to some kiddie recently. My kid is 10, but I did talk to another kiddie recently who's younger, and I said, "How old do you think I am?" He said, 19. Well, I'm 19 already. I just said, "When you cry."
No, but we be youngsters. That's how they see him. First, we go
Yeah,
school where you hear somebody is 25. If you don't say some, you get me, some old man.
yeah,
So in
yeah.
a way, sometimes maybe it will be hard for you to accept it. But I think what you said is right. I think we are growing. There's a lot of responsibilities. We love music, but real life is happening as men. So that comes in as well in your thought process. So you really, as we are saying, we really have to get some inspiration to be able to write. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So I will play like 30 seconds of the song, and then we go do some quick one. I just come up with it in my mind. What we go do be, you go ask me 2 questions, I go ask you 2, and then the fans go
Okay.
ask us 2, then near point.
Okay. I know. Make you listen.
Hey, internet, don't film me now.
Why they play online?
Oh yeah, Spotify. Forget the streams. You understand? People go stream the song, right? You understand?
In the beginning, I mean, they were me and they were stuck on a slave ship. But see, the way are free, we on some ape. But in the free, totally, we still in the matrix. Slavery in stages, see, they do stay 6. And your physical, systematical mind games. And it doesn't go over yet, the time I'm in migraine. Freedom is expensive. Got like a price range. Pure black children, but I will bury some white names. Self-hate. Your brothers and sisters are done the cellmates. I think it's time that we open the hell gate. We gotta push to be free before it's hell late. We can see between the lines, but we still can't breathe. We still in chains, but the eyes can see. We do have a choice, but we still ain't free. I can't breathe. I just want to be free. Free is where you decide for yourself. Free is where nobody controlling your wealth.
Wait, you see what be crazy? George Floyd, what do people remember? The knee on the neck and him saying, "I can't breathe, bro." And you say this thing before that happens. That's what I'm saying. And it's not the first time it's happened, but sometimes history repeats itself in an ugly way. But being able to see what is important to talk about, and that one too, for allow me the spirit talk to anyway.
Free is when you stop begging people for help. Free is finally when you're breaking out from a spell. We in the 21st century. They can't be using guns no more. They're playing games with the mind. I could see people in the claiming democracy, so we see everything, but we are blind. And the destruction of a man begins in the home. So when they break up the home, they take over the throne. They see it too, and I was also saying, see, but you alone. When you old, remember you cannot be on your own, cause you got to teach a man how to fish, so they can survive a lifetime. But I know no man for the wish. About the side, they're gonna have a hard time. The United States of Africa is what they don't want to see, but that's the only way my people can survive. They divide and conquer. With just a brown paper bag. I want the cash, I told the price, and I will cherish the money and not the money machine. They say they want to invest, but I put me with the clean. They got to go to media, but they be claiming supreme. The return of Martin Luther King, we still have a dream. The voodoo magic, it's nothing evil. I will see police, you see, me say your logic. About the knowledge gave me before we relax. They try and talk of any evidence to back it. You're never like it, stop it. I'm with electronics, yeah, but on neighbor told me claiming technology. They just stack in the pockets. But it's not physical power, they use supernatural energy for profit. How the are we able to talk on the phone? How the are we able to fly and control a drone? How the and if I'm you feel me down the clone. Keep it 100 million, you're not on your own. It's time for my people to wake up. My mind is made up. When are you feeling you looking out for your neighbor? Mr. Preacher, please can you do me a favor? Yeah, make it your microphone. Since the devil is a hater, my niggas are keep flow. We're trying to develop, but the progress is being slow. They locked the door, now we're sneaking out the window. They don't want us to get access to the info. The enemy keep on suppressing. We need some answers, we're trying to figure out some questions. A rich continent, but we're facing depression. The strippers together trying to take our possessions, and now we're facing recession. We be original done dada, but everything that we do has been done dada. All you go cool man of our proper. In the land of so much, I was there hunger. Success is meant to be the hunger. Like a label is my building from ground up. Middle finger to all the kickbacks leaders. Just one jump them for sit back. Skin black, but it's your mind too. If fear, my son remind you. All the blood and souls that is behind you. How did we get here? Let me share. February 2014, 60. six. And come on, what's over? Nobody's bricks and it makes me sick. We've been brainwashed. All sorts of imports, even at too big. Money come, money go. We don't make a show. We always spend to the west, the money to go. We pray for rapture instead of focusing on manufacture. Religion is a prison and we die to be living and we losing our minds as we're thinking of winning and we bound to the chains of foreign exchange. It's a damn shame. It's really be a it's really be a be before the and I bet. I will be a come here, be a cafe. Since you like beef, let me tell you who I beef with. We beefing with Trump and his life. We beefing with vanity, doing it for life. Beefing with indiscipline for posterity. Beefing with leaders, no integrity. Beefing with plastic, vanity drastic. I feel with the Bible, God, that's a classic. We for realize they read the video, we fast it. Self-actualize, don't be thinking Jurassic. Malcolm X, when I express. By any means, yes. Many mountains still climb, I guess. So how can we ever rest? I must save Ghana should be beyond AIDS. The solutions, no 50 band-aid. I don't care if the West is against us. Forget them. Focus and fix us. In Kabum, that's the people power. The struggle is sweet, mixed with sour. Greatness is fast. Hashtag. Don't sell out for a brown paper bag.
Don't sell out for a brown paper bag.
Charlie, we don't even make the beats breathe, Charlie.
Forget it. Then there are things to be said there. Oh, big up to Nova, by the way, Charlie.
Yeah, Nova killed this one. Killed it.
You Nova, they give you some heaters.
No, because of the choice of beats. You get me? Me, if you play beats, there are certain elements that I look for. If I get time, that's what I would choose. So most producers, when they come around me, you go to play. And I think my strength has been the fact that I think you have that as well. It's more about the music and not what the people expect. So for a very long time, few artists are able to have that luxury to go like that. These beats, most commercial artists will skip it because first and foremost, my mindset be how much money I'm going to make out of this, how many shows am I going to play out of this. So that interfere in real creativity. Did you get me? So most artists, if you don't play something, they know say go feet jump for club. They don't go jam to I'm not to rule that out, but most artists are just focused on that. For me, it's really about the music. So if producers come to me where they play beats, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna like fish out some dope, programming.
I would ask me what I'm doing to drink. And soon I mean no most then for stop the movements. It's Friday night, but these are the times that Charlie sober minds.
you feel me, Charlie? Yeah. I envy you, Rob. Where you day house?
Oh yeah, I had the Rob. I'm feeling.
But my situation will be bad. See, my situation will be bad like that too. See, you want to see something?
Make I see.
My situation will be that bad, bro. Nana.
Hey, can't find me. You come out from there.
What you have here?
Charlie,
so, great record.
Yeah, big record, man. And big up to on making like the audio and the video come out quite quick, one day after the other. More of you guys what you did. If you don't see the visuals, make you go check them out, spread them, especially to other Africans and other Black diaspora. I think, and it's not just a Ghana thing.
True.
So it's important. So anyway. 2 questions. I ask you one, you ask me one, and then we'll answer 2 questions from people from there.
Okay.
And see how far. My question be this. Last time I did live, or somewhere else, I think an interview, I told people that, look, amongst MCs, MCs know who be killer, who's deadly. There's people who are dope, who I really like, but I know that they are not deadly. Like, they are dope, or they can make amazing songs. So, please don't come and call your friends, Zach. For the Africa we did, right?
Yeah.
Name currently, none of us included. Name currently 3 MCs where you can tell the people that, look, I listen to this person, I say on a lyrical level, forget commercial success. This person is lethal with a pen, is lethal as an MC. Three of them. Name 3.
Like recent,
currently, and yet 5 years, and yet 10 years, currently. In the year of our Lord 2020.
Charlie, but this one, I know here, I can't take them out. That'll be hard. Though I've not heard, new stuff yet, but when it comes to Africa, like rap at this point, I'm not really listening too much. And maybe it'll get to me to hear what is happening. But I know say Edem any day, even if you know rap self, I think for them my top 5. So Edem,
just not top 5. I'm just saying a random 3.
Yes, I know. But I'm just saying that even if I don't know rap self, if I do my top 5, Edem will data. So the 3,
I did like Edem. Why my guy?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then I don't understand what they say, but I think with Edem it's like it's like what most Africans, when they talk about me, that's what I feel like they feel. You know, they talk say I get that comment a lot. I don't understand what Sarkodie is talking about, but I think he's dope. That's the same thing with Edem. Like I'll be very particular with delivery, timing, flow. Like it just has to be on point, and Edem has it. I think next to that I'll put Calligraph Jones. Calligraph go there. Maybe the third one will be a problem, especially in these times. You say make we take one ourselves out.
Yeah, out. Just recent people with it, you know.
Kwesiata. Yeah,
okay.
Kwesiata.
Okay, yeah, no, those are 3 songs.
Were you talking about new school?
No, but like people who are very current, say like like they release more recent times and things, so you hear them and then it reminds you, you know, because if we really talk since there, we know say Bravo will come.
You know, yeah, man.
Okay,
yeah, man.
So you can ask me one question, and then we'll get one question from these guys.
Do you think in the world, because to be rappers, I will use we, but in anything, like you have the most beautiful person, you have Miss World, do you think we have the best rapper in the world?
In Africa?
No, in the world, like literally. Like we are saying we're not the best.
Like,
no, do you think the idea of having the best rapper, is it realistic? Say, like hands down, the win their best rapper.
Okay. And just say I want to be long, but I'll answer it this way, in 2 ways. I'll answer it in 2 ways.
All right.
There's the first way where we are talking about skill and delivery and being able to put together songs and everything. That way, you know, which is very subjective, you know. I think people have to realize you can never choose that. There'll be people at different tiers. So if we are talking about a top tier, whether in Ghana, Africa, or in the US, in that top tier, different people can choose their own one because all of them are super gifted. Some people absolutely love Cole, some people absolutely love Drake, but you cannot deny that these guys are all top tier. So it depends how they float your boat. So that's on just purely music. Like if somebody dropped down from Mars, where they give out the music, right? We don't know about the background, who be big, who not be big. There'll be a variety of people I think they could be the best rapper. But it has to be a tier of people. It's not just anybody. That will have nothing to do with popularity, nothing to do with how many albums. Let's say you just play 5 songs. The first time you hear it is how they're able to construct a song, different things, but just the skill level. In that sense, it's impossible. It's impossible. But not everybody can.
So you're saying it's impossible to have the best rapper
on an objective sense, but not everybody can be in that argument. Only certain people can be in that argument at any given time. Now, there is another aspect. The second one is when you look at influence and dominance, and then you add this thing of skill. At any given time, you can possibly say who's the best rapper. At one point in time, now it be Biggie. At one point, it be Pac. At one point, it was Jay. At one point, it was Lil Wayne. At one point, like maybe last year, 2 years, it was somewhere between a J. Cole or Kendrick, because you're adding influence. Like at that point, you're adding their influence and their skill together. So it's not just sales. So it no matter if Soulja Boy were to be selling the most, even a Cole Kendrick not selling as much would still be in that conversation without them. So when you look at that, then you fit to say at given moments in time, you can look at different years. I even read some article a couple of years ago where they looked at different years and they said, look, in these different years, these were the best rappers. If you look at Ghana, there were years in which you can say it was Bravo the best rapper. There were years that you can say it was Kwade. there was years that you can come to you. Like different, you look at different times, and based on influence and everything that was going on at skill level, you can say that, okay, then you can say that about that year. But as in forever, ever there, or like generally in the end. Because look, the top tier MCs always feel they are the best rapper.
But I be like your Wi-Fi. If I check your Wi-Fi, because I don't know whether it be me. People let me know, because it be like you did break a lot.
You did break? Yeah,
it's the Wi-Fi. Okay, people should comment. No, me, I don't see myself how they break. But when you did talk, it be like you did break. Maybe people comment and make us say whether it be me or
guys. The Wi-Fi, it go on or what? Is it good? What
did they talk? Because you did break.
They say it's okay. They say it's okay.
Yeah, so is it from my side? Because I feel like, so me, you did hear me perfect.
I did hear you, see you perfect.
Okay. I did hear you did break, I think get some phrases, then they go, and they cut some of the words.
It just let me cast out the drink. Mommy shorten why.
Okay. So, in a way, I get what you just say. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Go on.
No, I get them. Just I did think about. I think as I did grow, my thoughts on this best rapper thing has been changing, because as I was young, what I did base that on is different. As you did grow, you just get to realize that the person where you yourself they see say you really the rap wow. Somebody here in voice said there's something they do. You see I'm like the most wackest like artist ever. So then I go like, okay, or let's base it on numbers, right? Until say be and focus it, we in the idea there, then we go with that. But I don't know if that's fair enough, because no matter what, and still somebody they feel say be like the way that I like somebody who know they like give me in reason where I kind of felt it. Like they go tell you why they listen to them. It don't be say that they hate, they just know why they listen to them. They can't relate to the stuff they talk about, because me I listen because of the pen game and then the technical bit of it. But the person is used to listening to some stories where the things where they talk about, they care. So they even make them attractive to even listen to what he has to offer. So that be just general thoughts where I won't hear from you. But yeah, I get your point too. You get question?
Yeah, so now I will take question from one of the comments. So guys, you can ask questions. We will both take one question before we ask our final questions to each other. We will take question. So guys, ask question. Yeah. Question. Whether it's about brown paper bag, whether it's about
somebody say who. I think what the person is trying to say.
Okay, this is a good question.
Female rapper in Africa.
Okay, that's a good question too. Hey, any questions? The last time me myself now they try to find out who people they feel say be the hardest female rapper. But Eno has made a come up. Ghana lied there. Eno has made a serious come up.
Yeah, man. Eno is dope.
Yeah, she's made a serious come up.
Eno is seriously on point.
I not gonna lie, I will tell you the story. The first time I hear night be DJ Black, Joy FM, we go there. And she did that, she not be like loud or anything on. And then she started to rap. I say, yeah, hey Black, you don't want me say some killer like yeah. Hello? You see, Zach, this one be your internet. They word you freeze. Waiting for you to come back, bro.
You hear me now?
Okay, you're back. Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah,
line a break. Wow.
No, it be you, your line. People tell you, they read for them. People say it be you. Yeah, it be you. Okay, so I'll answer. I think we can both answer one question because you kind of addressed it on Twitter. They said somebody asked a question about basically how do we feel when we put out something like this, which should be about the message and that the fans are comparing. And I think you kind of answered that on Twitter already. Like, yo, Charlie, sometimes it's not every time that's it. What I'll say, what I go add to that for people is that listen, when you are rapping with people on the top tier, everybody's going to come hard. So at some point, if it's about something, you're not going to worry about whether somebody slack. It would just be a matter of
True.
getting to the point of the matter. But it'll be more about the contribution and the competition at that point. Unless somebody seriously slack and you say, this person, why I know here what the song be about.
Yeah, that would be true. Yeah, but I think you can't blame the fans. Normally, what I do is I don't try to blame the fans, even when they are wrong. So a lot of artists I've had, I haven't had an issue with, but I think they've had issues with me because they feel the fans are, the way the fans to go at them, the way they like. But
no, they
the
talk
funny
you
thing
your
to say,
fans, you your fans,
I know you can relate. No, you see, that's what people don't know. Like anytime I come online, yeah, there are other fan base who they hate at me, but I understand it. You get it because it's just what it is. Because I don't give the energy back to it. People feel like me do be me fans yanko for but you can't be a yan or Ghana pa obi answer me. Like you can't be a say yano like they really go at the person. Nobody comes close to me. Like they really insult me like left and right. But I understand that this is the industry that we're in. We've built this whole fan base thing. You can't run away from that. Obi will hold feel obi. Obi will go feel you, but so now fellas say only manifest no person yeah okay can so that one I need to understand and get that state of mind. So the fans there, you can't really control how they feel because you don't want to interfere in what they're doing because I understand what they're doing. It comes out of love, even if it's wrong. The bottom line is that they really love you. So I just let them be. But sometimes, in a new way, particularly, and I have to let them know, say, the message is too strong for us to be playing, that game. So let's drop it for a second. We pretty much we can do another song. But this message, especially in these times, this is very serious that we have to take serious. So yeah.
Yeah, no, Vim, no, you do. Okay, one more question from you guys out there. Questions be a movie Sunday the man and yeah, and Santi Munjai. More.
I don't know them.
Wow, name that. I'm gonna be some questions. I'm your comments. Stoneboy and Shatawali, who do you feel? Okay, Uncle on. Sarkodie is the most hated, but also the most liked. But you people ask question. Be a move for some of your comments and hey, go for her dream. You see some of the things that they see. Look, but you see the thing.
Yeah, I did see some things.
I think it's good. People have to know that the game is the game. So however they want to have fun with it, that's fine. We spend our time creating the art. So, if they do what they do with it, that's all part of it. No harm, no foul. It's all good. Okay. Let me whilst I'm waiting for questions from them, make I ask you a question, and then that will be my last question for you. Okay, let me think about this. Let's see. Okay, so if there was one thing that you could change about Ghana, just one though. So right now, you get the God give you like, yo, my son, snap at the finger. You ask me this what do you call it, request to change one thing for Ghana. I'll change just one thing. Please, you can't say two, just one. It's like genie in the bottle business. What would be the one thing you would change?
The line break. You say what I go fit change?
What would you change if you had only,
the line break? What?
Okay, if you had just one request you could make to higher power to make a change in Ghana, what would be the one request you would make to change what?
Okay, yeah, I got that. So I think one thing that has been is at this point I'll be some question where because this same question it changed over the years because when I used to do this, political songs and I was talking about certain things that was happening in that particular year or that particular point in time. But until Obi Kraka said they think I am MPP because I'm not talking about what MPP is doing or whatever. But I think my main reason is because as I'm under NDC, it was for all the parties. right? Like anybody that comes on, like I don't know. And for me to go to the studio and say the same thing again, you know how creativity is. It's like, because my said down you know, it has to hit me. At this point, this song that we just did is literally my state of mind. So I would wish, you know, these high powers start taking back their pride, or more, their integrity should be like a top priority. Said they want to protect that, and then the love for the people to survive. At their back one, the person work with team so that it can affect any decisions that they want to make. A chrono, you know, decision is concerned, or chrono year, the development of the country is concerned. I think that pride in as people, you know, I can't say but just to put it in a nutshell, no, the idea of having this pride as leaders, that your top priority is just protecting your people. It would affect every decision that you make, the people that you put in power. Anybody who is not in to protect the people is not supposed to come around you. So it will high power, and I say decision here to protect your people. It affects every decision that you make. That's to the people that you want to choose to, you know, run the country with you. Obi a onim say the subanye bia do obe mabe obe piska obe ya dia maya boka obe ja e kametri mano. You just have to get rid of those people. So I think I would like to change their mindset and move it from coming into power and trying to gain, you know, personal wealth and just but just serve the country. And just your top priority should be that the country engineer your power back. You know, people have to come to us to ask for stuff so that we can be respected when we go out there. That would be like my top idea.
So that's like correct leadership at every level.
Exactly. Like, let me say, my family and young fato to say, Sisi amene will manifest. Se me no, mambobra na me bobo nkofo bosia. Na se me deka na enu hunti no ye betchimi akotum me giska no so anu makodi ya betchimi atum, and then my daughter will have to pay for that when she goes up, which she had, you know, onyo one so me say me fa dem bra wi ase, you know, and I made the number and I'm believe this burden on her. And now on I'm honest the papa at the prison, I say I'm broke or anything, she's an easy target because which you know they can get away with anything that they do with Titi because nobody will fight for her. On the other hand, when you manifest to me, that's what told you out about investments, hold you onto your grounds. Nobody came to your family to invade, trying to like buy you out or, you know, pay you anything. Now keep your integrity, keep your power, your pride. Your child grows up having that confidence. Say, me don't say come here. Why wouldn't if you me fee? You know, you can't just mess with me. Me papa no boy brand to me, papa jamen dan to me jam any mon cash and me. What I say, papa you say, into me. That's basically what I'm talking about. If our decision is based on data, it's long term. It takes a lot of self pride and adding because you have to say no to a lot of things, but it's for the bigger picture. You get it? So I just want them to build that confidence. Say you are sitting on something, even though you have not seen it. There are stuff that I saw that I was going to get without somebody getting it for me before I even got it, because I had that belief. So it affected every decision that I made from day one. You know, so I want our leaders. This is a small example when I took the family. It goes even in the music industry, dealing with labels. I know you know about these things. People going in for, you know, the brown paper bag and then later on losing everything. We know a lot of legends that at this point, not even in Ghana, even in the States, now Nim Crampo said they signed everything away and they don't have no cash at this point, and they almost ball in their time, but then generation wasn't able to benefit anything from that. And that's what the leadership I'm talking about, you know, it has to change with our leaders.
Facts. Okay, so you get last question to me, and then we'll take one question from the fans.
Yeah, some of this I was around the same thing that you just asked. You know, I would also want to see your opinion on how specifically politics is being done in Africa. Let's take Ghana, because we are in Ghana. How are politicians near politics, you know, what do you think? Or are you okay with it, or you think some things should change?
Well, I think first and foremost, our biggest problem is adopting a democracy that is not ours and that doesn't work for us. Even in America, one of the most successful countries economically, there's a lot of people struggling. You know, it's
True.
a lot of people. The, you know, laws and everything are made for people who make the most money from taxes, etc. So, as countries we are trying to develop to a certain degree, and we are adopting that same system that is not even working for them perfectly. I think that is our first problem, right? So,
yeah,
I'll give you an example of why that be a problem. In Europe and America, politicians don't go, generally, I'm not saying everybody, they don't go into office to make money in office, even though they might go into office because later on they will make money from the clout that they will get from being in office. But
True.
the idea that Udu officer, that be where you enrich yourself, it's not even there fundamentally. Yes, and there's a lot of crooked politicians all over the world, but they think that, okay, when I get into politics, establish links, lobby for big companies near the intimidate, we free office and then they may use it. Like, who your president or America or other places are, when you say you can go and speak for like that, hundreds of thousands, every time you speak for hundreds of thousands of dollars. So,
True.
and yeah, about whilst you're in office and all of that, that in itself is because of where they are in a sense. So I think we have adopted the democracy in a way that is going to be difficult for us to, unless we have, you know, the Nkrumah kind of thing. You know, I reference Nkrumah a lot, you know, because Charlie, on the real day, we have to be real about it. And yes, we're founding father take care. In just in terms of ideology, then I dream on the by everything. Can you imagine as an Nzima man? And the Ghana and Kayebeka, oh, tribally there, and this party, Ashanti, this party, ever. But like, I mean,
yeah,
even the fact that trying to manage those things early, it took a lot of nyansa, sense, and movement. So, I mean, if we can adopt, if we can really go back to the drawing board and really think of structures, because structures, if you have great structures, it will always over the people who are crooked and stuff, right? A great structures will help with accountability. So, because me, I know they trust people, because I didn't know, and say I will be able to say, you know, the thing is poor already, so make I get mine. But if you put, if structurally, look, a few years ago we discovered our judiciary. You know the work. We discovered that, and now do documentary where we discover, say, Charlie, people they use goods and things bribe. Like a place where you felt like when things were wrong, you could go and seek, you know, refuge. You know, so for me, it's the structures. When we of course, people make structures, but structures can keep people accountable, and it can also give power. It can. Your friend said it changes the balance of power. You understand? Because
man,
it changes the balance of power so that, you know, America, they say something like a whistleblower, so that somebody who might just be a civil servant can be able to topple a government when they know that the government is messing up.
True.
So anyway, for me, that's what it is. You know, yeah, that'd be you know. So guys, you get one more question.
Yeah, these things there. If you get into you know, you go talk. I know. Say, I know. Say, from looking at you from far, this thing could be something with your heart up. Like me, if I start talking these things, I will start go. Or this thing, if we meet for somebody, we just discuss. Because if you won't do it for you, we'll get problems tomorrow.
One day we go do them like video podcast or something.
Yes.
No,
Any other question from here?
Yeah, we'll take a question from there. We'll round it up, man. Yeah, you choose the question this time. Whilst you're choosing, I'll answer one question somebody asked. They said the song we did was about emancipation. What are our views on religion? I believe in spirituality. I believe in anything that will help better people as people. But, you know, I did say in the song that religion is a prison and we dying to be living, because a lot of times religion is used against people, not for people. Like some of the people who they talk of Martin Luther, Malcolm, they're all religious people, but
Yeah.
they didn't use religion
And
to oppress.
that's the funny thing that people don't understand. When religion comes in, it's like people freak out. Like my mom will hear certain lines and go like, "Hey, see, I'm about to why before or something," you know. You know, because the old people. That's the thing. That's the biggest problem because we were born in that state where you can't even question anything. Which, for a long time, you feel like something is wrong, but you can't talk about it because of the backlash that you get, and even from your own people, they will freak out. Like the statement doesn't even make sense to them. Why would you even say that? You know, and I think, as I said, religion. I'm a spiritual person. I'm a religious person. I use Christianity in a different way compared to what other people want to use it for. Now, you have seen what, you know, the expose that's going on for these pastors. They are using the same Bible, but look at what they're doing with it. For me, my understanding of Christianity is way different. And that's why I'm open to have conversation with different people to get to understand where they're coming from. I've had conversations with a lot of people who are in tech, who are creating big innovations. And I had conversations with them. I'm talking about also be a Jamal Ferrari is different, but if I call you Ferrari, it's not the same as the people who are working there. And those people,
Yeah.
we have some of them close to us talking about Sapo Kantanka. You know, I sat with him, had an interesting conversation. And I was just pushing him, trying to get to the last end of where the thought came from, right? To me, calm, say, because me quite know was some. I know it looked like an incubator or something. Oh, they leaf any leaf biatuma, it will tell you what the leaf is and what it does. And I was like, so and then they will give you. And I've spoken to people who learned, you know, they give codes or anyway and or the combine anyway and but school I don't back again. Bisa do end now or when it gets to like the last layer, I catch us how they mean to me control. You know, and obviously we just know that these things are all these things is something that's happening. Tap into because there's a lot of people creating stuff here, but you need builders our confidence in ourselves to be able to.
Yeah.
Because they use that same thing to, you know, downplay all these great people who can really help Africa. So yeah, moving forward, we should be whatever we want to be into. You know, you could be a Christian or whatever, but the truth is the truth. You have to face the truth as it is.
Charlie, that is a good place to end. You talk that thing. The truth
Yeah,
be
man.
the truth.
I know. Anna, you see, I'm about to link you up. Why?
We go link up. Bless
God
up.
bless you,
All right,
bro.
Charlie. Bless. Yeah.
Nice.